All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to try to get through this tonight. Tonight, it's just the crippled Messiah and myself and some man with $100 bills on his face. He wants to be known. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, he wants to be known as the $1 million GM. He thinks he's the fucking $1 million man or something, but he wants to be known as the $1 million man. So, with that being said, who's our guest? I guess you'll just have to wait and see. But now, to open the show, we're going to give you I am the egotistical one, the man who has bouncy balls for balls, who likes to go bouncy, bouncy, bouncy all the damn time. The one that thinks he's the right man for the job always. He can never be wrong. He always has to be right. He loves his orange juice. Well, at least Orange Cassidy. He sounds like paint drying, and he thinks he's a messiah. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. We've got a messiah and somebody that thinks he's worth $1 million. But, the messiah has made me come on this podcast tonight with him because he's done the signing. As you can tell, he went out and found Inclusion Pro Wrestling, $1 million GM. I don't know if the man's worth $1 million or not. I think maybe he should unfold all that and just put $100 bill up because I think he's only worth $100. That's just me though. And of course, I'm the heartbreaker, and I can say that because, as you can tell, I'm the boss man, the one in charge, and this is my effing show.
You're from Cobb County, Georgia?
All right, Messiah, get on with your damn podcast. I'm here under protest tonight.
Well, welcome everybody. Let me tell you a little bit about this person that's behind all this, what really looks like really fake money.
Blah, 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 blah.
Wait, I thought you were under protest.
Blah, blah, blah.
This man is a very good wrestling manager. Shut up, heartbreaker, before I give you heartburn. He primarily did a lot of his managing in California. Somebody please mute his mic. And I think he's gonna make a
Oh, look, technical difficulties for the Messiah, as always.
Well, if the Heartbreaker would stop muting my mic, I would introduce this person. I think he's going to do wonderful things for inclusion. And without further ado, will you please lower your money?
Oh God, Inclusion Pro Wrestling's in fucking trouble. Now it's two egotistical eggheads and a man that thinks he's worth $1 million.
Don't you have somewhere to go, Heartbreaker? Oh boys. I'm here.
That's right.
Big Money Dodge. The $1 million GM that you guys hired, so you guys are the suckers that are stuck.
Well, for the record, the Messiah hired you. I had nothing to do with this.
Touche.
So why don't you tell us some of the stuff without giving away too much, that you might have planned for inclusion?
How about
let's just say there will be big money talent at Inclusion Pro Wrestling. You won't want to miss this.
But my question to you, Mr. Messiah, is we've invited this man to 3 shows. That's right, folks. 1, 2, 3 shows. And has he shown his face in any of our shows yet that you want to hire him as a GM? Man, this man has no showed more than Mickey Mouse has showed on the Clubhouse.
Heartbreaker. If you read on that contract, is GM can show up anytime. Doesn't have to show up all the time. Can show up anytime, anywhere.
Besides Heartbreaker, you know that you and I are at the moment unable to go around the world and scout talent for Inclusion Pro Wrestling. This man's been to California. He's been to different places in the United States.
So you know
That's why I
that
hired him.
cute little panda you want to book? Let's just say that's going to happen soon for you. Oh, and one more man. All I got to say is boom. You put 2 and 2 together if you know math, Tony. Excuse me, Heartbreaker.
But if you also remember from that contract, I also said when any of this big money talent that you pay because you're the general manager,
Yes,
it
sir.
has to be with real money, not that little monopoly money you're holding in your
All right, wise guy. I knew you were going to come after me with that. I knew it. So, do you want a little surprise for your August show?
Sure. Are you actually going to show up for the August show? Is that the surprise?
Like I said, the contract says anytime. I could show up anytime.
So you can show up at 3 o'clock in the morning where nobody's in the arena?
Well, would you like the surprise?
Yes.
In August, Boom Mayhem will be appearing at Inclusion Pro Wrestling.
Nice. And Mr. Lloyd Allen, sir, the GM Joker, as you put it, is a man named Big Money Dodge. Trust me, he knows wrestling. He knows big money talent. Just don't let him break a 20 for you.
Well, I'm glad you asked this question, Lloyd, because let me tell you the real truth. Because the Messiah is going to lie to our fans and lie to our talent. You know, the $1 million GM can't even appear at a show that's in his obligated contract. He says,
How many times do I have to tell this
his
joke?
contract is whenever he wants. No. He didn't read the fine print. Because if he doesn't show up to the August show, I can fine and suspend him an undisclosed amount of money and force him to show up to the next show. And if he refuses to show up to that show, then he is therefore fired as the GM. Read your fine print there, Mr. $1 million GM, and you called yourself a smart businessman.
I had my lawyers look at the fine print, sir.
Mm.
Who are your lawyers? Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck?
Okay, guys. Are we going to do that? Are we going to pick on the GM?
Hey, there's nobody that said the owners. I made a good business move because I know you can bring us in big money talent. Nobody said we had to get along.
I definitely can and will be bringing in big money talent from Southern California, Arizona, Colorado, Utah, Oregon, you name it.
Straight from his mama's whorehouse. I mean, kitchen.
This guy, I swear. I thought you had something to do, sir. I thought you were gonna disappear. There. I hope you stay that way.
Yes, or a Disney lawyer.
Wow.
Maybe Tinkerbell.
Who's this guy that's on chat?
You know,
One of
May-
our
maybe-
loyal fans that you just got hired on.
Loyal? Really?
Yeah,
may-
one of
maybe our $1 million GM should talk to my grandson and get a hold of his attorneys. You know, the Milton Bradley attorneys.
I swear to God, these guys are going to give me a headache. Oh,
no. What
so
should give you a headache is that poor excuse for a haircut that you have a.
look at yours, buddy. Look at yours. So, you have any questions that you want to ask me, or am I just going to be harassed by two so-called promoters that like to talk smack? And
The
yet
promoters that you had no problem signing a contract with.
I heard you guys had big money talent inclusion, so why wouldn't I sign with that?
That's a very good question. Again, Lloyd says he's been to all 3 shows. Where you been, Mr. GM?
Making big money moves for Inclusion Pro Wrestling. For your information, Mr. Floyd.
It's not Floyd. He didn't work at Mayberry. It's Lloyd.
Lloyd, Floyd, whatever. I don't care.
Before
What
we
I
get to-
do care about is helping Inclusion Pro Wrestle. Boom.
Before we get to that, I want to bring up one of the big money moves that I've heard that you made. And I hope you
Please.
don't mind me saying this.
And I hope you're not going to insult me again.
I can't promise that.
You
So-
never do.
One of the big money moves, and I want to get this line just right because I want to say how it was. Sir, would you like fries with that? That's your big money move?
Why did I do this? Why? If I
And
knew
you
this-
know that's an ironclad contract, right?
I wasn't aware of that.
Again, read the fine print.
I don't read it. My lawyers read it for me.
his attorney, you know, the ever loving panda.
Okay, Heartbreaker, enough.
What's he pay him in apples?
And yeah, we throw it right to a freaking panda.
So wait, you pay your
What did Lloyd Floyd Money Mayweather say?
or do you want tacos with that?
You know, tacos does sound good, so have your wife make me some.
Well, she does work at Taco Bell, so that really.
Well, in that case, I'm not going to touch the Taco Bell. Sorry. I don't want this shit.
Well, you know, it's interesting though that you, Mr. Messiah, have hired this GM that can't even show up to our shows. But I've been busy speaking of big money moves, making big money moves, and got our company merchandise. That's right, and even a merchandising agreement. While you were out playing footsies with this $1 million GM, I went out and got us a merchandising deal. But you can go ahead and finish that because I got to take a business call.
Ooh. He does
Yes,
make a...
we do have merchandise that will be out soon, as of the May 4th show.
So get him. Trust me.
We have car coasters, we have keychains, we have dog tags, we
Wow.
have magnets, and we have koozies.
Those are fun. I like that.
With more souvenirs to come, or with more merchandise to come.
Definitely going to be big money. Speaking about big money, May 4th, Inclusion Pro Wrestling, you won't want to miss it. Unfortunately, I am. I know. Don't remind me. But May 4th, big money talent. May 4th at Kelso.
Yes. And then again, that's at the Rose Valley Friends Church. We have
Definitely going to be a sold out crowd.
some great matches for that night and a Star Wars costume contest.
Exactly.
Ooh.
And speaking of Star Wars costumes, the main event,
Oh,
we can actually officially announce this now because I'm one of the owners and I say so.
that's what he thinks.
It's a 5-on-5 elimination match.
That's 10. 10
5
men.
on 5. Yep.
Wow.
It's a 10-man elimination match. And I think we're going to do it. I'm not sure yet. I've got to talk with Mr. Messiah still. But I'm still thinking we're going to do it the dark side and the Jedis.
Yes.
Ooh, you really wouldn't want to miss that match. Oh, that's big money. A 5-on-5 dark side versus Jedis. Oh.
And I've even heard some rumblings that there might be a debut in that match.
Oh. Get your tickets before they sell out. I'm telling you.
Just one debut? I thought there was going to be 2.
Okay, 2 debuts.
Well, you guys make up your mind, 1 or 2. I know I can't count to that one, so I know 2.
Please, dude, you have to get naked to count to 21.
Anyways. You really wouldn't want to miss May 4th show. That is definitely a big money show. You got 5-on-5, Dark Side versus Jedi, a debut, 2 debuts, excuse me. This is gonna be epic. So buy your tickets, buy your merch.
And tickets are on sale now.
Oh, you better get there.
And
If you're
ladies and gentlemen, we were only like 20 tickets away from selling the venue out. So we are expecting to sell out this time.
Woo-hoo. And you wonder why I signed that contract. Big money.
And that main event, everybody, is 2 months ahead of our last 2 shows that we've had. I mean,
Wow.
we are actually 2 months ahead of this entire show. And while we're at it, Inclusion Pro Wrestling fans, you keep asking us when our next shows are. Well, how about this? Mark your calendars, August 3rd.
That's
Inclusion End of Summer Bash.
Address to come and location.
Address and location to come. And ladies and gentlemen, that's right. We didn't have just 1 show, not 2 shows. Yes, we've got 3 shows in the hopper. And the next show that we want to reveal to you is, is going to be either November 23rd or November 16th.
there's a
And
gap there.
that is because our sister promotion, we have to figure out what weekend she wants. So we either want to go the 16th or the 23rd. And again, location will be given at a later date. And that, ladies and gentlemen,
Is big money.
is, believe it or not, that, ladies and gentlemen, will be our 1-year anniversary.
That's
Yes.
this many, everybody. This many.
And again, as we started off our first show, we're going to give you the Cowlitz River Rumble 2. And the winner of that Royal Rumble match, over the top rope Royal Rumble match, will receive a shot at the Calais County champion, whomever that may be.
Oh. Wow.
And
A
I'm gonna
whole year. I have to applaud you guys.
thank you.
Honestly, all the hard work you guys put into this, I am looking forward. Maybe bring. I heard there's a group called Big Money Exchange that would love to come to Inclusion Pro Wrestling and I don't know, maybe get a little revenge, a little rematch.
Well, there's only one thing I can say to that. You better be warned because you will be owned by Seattle's Most Wanted.
Oh, somebody just threatened me live on the internet.
The hottest group in Inclusion Pro
Inclusion
Wrestling.
Absolutely.
Are you sure about that? You want to put your money where your mouth is, sir?
Well, I haven't seen Big Money Exchange come in here yet. All I've heard is we're coming, we're coming, we're coming to invade Inclusion, and then
Correct.
and then there's a yellow belly streak down your back.
You know,
me if-
there's always traffic in LA, so we can't even go past LA. So maybe if we take my jet, we could fly over to you guys and cause some mayhem. That
Your jet is
reminds
it made of paper money too?
correct me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Unlike Little Money Exchange,
Oh, here we go.
didn't Seattle's Most Wanted get what was that last show? A standing ovation?
They felt sorry for your guys.
Really, sir?
Just wait. Jimmy Mayhem, Boom Mayhem, and Scarlet Rose. You pick your three, I've got mine.
Really? So you've got a guy that sounds like a firecracker, a guy that sounds like a 70s star, and a lady that sounds like a video game character.
Just keep talking. Just keep talking.
Now, would you like to know who's in Seattle's Most Wanted?
I don't know. Should I be scared?
Oh, you should be.
Ooh. As long as it's not Downfall Cathedral, we are okay.
You mean the team that beat?
Oh, they did not beat us. They cheated. That was it. That's it.
So,
Go ahead.
the leader of Seattle's Most Wanted
Macklemore.
is the Clown Prince, Mr. PJ Freak.
Is he a freak? Super.
I don't know if you would have showed up to the last show, you would have found that out yourself.
And who else? Who else?
The 8-bit wonder.
8-bit wonder?
Yes. The man with the mysterious 8-ball, Mr. SP8.
I've seen him. I've seen him.
And the man that I like to call the straight edge bulldozer, Mr. Brian Brooks.
CM Flake? Oh, that guy. Straight edge.
And ask the Evergreen champion about Mr. Brian Brooks.
Maybe I will. Oh, Mr. Heartbreaker, you decided to come back. You leave, you come back. You leave, you come back.
And you talk about your quote unquote big money moves,
Mm-hmm.
there will be a fourth member very, very soon in Seattle's Most Wanted that'll put your big money moves to shame.
Really? Well, in that case, looks like I had to call my fourth member. Maybe I should invite him. He's a fellow Washington person. Maybe. He's the man with the plan.
Okay, children, if you both can't get along, then I'm going to make another match for August. Seems how we've got three.
God.
Seems how we have three power-hungry, egotistical groups. And
Three?
I'm
Are you sure?
sorry to our other co-booker, Mr. T-Rex, that you're not in this and I'm speaking for you. But I do apologize for you, sir. So in August, I'm going to pit 2 members of Seattle's Most Wanted against 2 members of Big Money Exchange versus 2 members of T-Rex's group. In a tornado tag team match.
Why don't
that
we-
paper championship supposed to come?
That's not fair because my babies are all given out to my champions. And I feel rather naked without having a baby.
It's my baby right here. Why don't we put this on the line? What do you think? Are your little boys, your Boy Scout troop, wanting to get a little piece of Big Money Championship?
Sure, we'll do it. We'll put that little paper championship that looks like you can buy it at a Disney knockoff store.
Let me guess. Floyd or Lloyd said that?
Nope, that was me.
Mm.
By the way, his wife said she won't make you tacos.
And he
Well,
says,
good.
and
I don't want the
Lloyd-
runts after eating Taco Bell.
And Lloyd says, wow, he has a knockoff championship.
That's just you saying that, buddy.
Actually, I said it too.
That's not me saying that. That's Lloyd.
Oh,
Again, our
gentlemen,
fans that know the real talent, you know. I mean, they're
gentlemen.
they're there for the entire time, you know. And in fact, Lloyd, as a fan, even came and helped set the ring up last show. So
Yes,
that
he
is-
did. And
so that
again,
is
we
a
want to thank
dedicated-
you for that.
That is a dedicated fan.
I have to admit, Floyd or Lloyd, whichever one you are, keep up the great work. I still don't want your wife's tacos from Taco Bell. They give me the runts. Thank you. I'll pass.
We don't need to know about the runs and who you've been passing them to.
You're welcome. So you have any questions or what am I doing? I mean, I'm finally appearing at an Inclusion podcast.
But are you ever going to appear at a show?
Well,
Y-
hey,
you
he made his mandated appearance. So hey, at least we can applaud him for that. Bravo.
Thank you.
But
That took a lot out of me.
but
There's always a but. Well, never mind.
you know,
Yeah.
we already know you're gonna miss the Maeve show, so this is your 3rd straight show that you've missed for Inclusion. The contract says that you have to show up for at least one of the first 4 for the first 4 in your contract. So if you fail to show up in August,
That was my lawyer. Don't worry about him.
we will have no choice but to fine and suspend you.
I've heard that so many times from promotions. We're going to suspend you because your team hurt our guys. Oh, well, sorry, not sorry. Have a good night. I'll take my money. But I will be there August.
Oh,
Yes, I'll have tacos, but not from Taco Bell.
did I forget to mention suspended without pay?
That my lawyers did not mention. Okay.
And that's for you and your boys. Suspension with no pay.
Okay.
See, he hasn't even answered your question on whether he accepts the match that you made for August. He
I
just
have
flashed
to-
that. He flashed that cheap belt that we were supposed to be impressed by. And
Oh my God. You want my answer? You'll get my answer in a couple weeks.
wow, you
That's
have to
my
write
answer.
down. You have to figure out which crane you're gonna use to write down and figure out what you're gonna say.
Sir, Mr. Crippled Messiah, Mr. Bossman. No. Who knows? I may bring 3. I might bring 4. Hell, I might even sign one after your May 4th show. Who knows? All I'm saying is that I will be there August. I'm looking forward to this. And Mr. Heartbreaker, I don't know what you're laughing about. Probably Lloyd, the Floyd Money Mayweather left a interesting comment. Let's hear it.
Wow, his Looney Tune lawyers didn't tell his broke stone cold looking ass.
Wow.
Something.
Wow. I can't wait to meet you, Lloyd. So are we done, or we have questions for me? Answers?
Oh my god.
More funny comments from this Lloyd the Floyd Money Mayweather, which is probably a retired old man that can't even walk. Oh, we're waiting. We're waiting. Okay, great. Let's see what Lloyd has to say.
All I can say, one more thing about the match in August. To Mr. So-called Big Money, whose bald head is actually blinding me right now,
You're
even
welcome.
though you're sitting in the dark.
It takes 2. Look at yours.
I have hair, sir. Thank you.
Where?
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to know where.
Yeah, never
I
mind.
just
I don't
don't
want
see
to
it.
either.
I just don't see it right here. Yeah, that's my lawyer. You better answer it.
And that so-called Rex
Oh.
and his little misfit toys that he wants to bring in and try to take out Seattle's Most Wanted.
That's going to be easy.
The pain and the torture that you're going to go through in August in that match will be nothing that you've ever seen before.
Then I really need to bring this guy in.
And the last thing I can say to that is simple. You have been warned.
So scared. So scared. Oh, I love threats. And I love this Lloyd guy that loves to, I guess, talk smack on the internet. All right. Got it.
Well, at least he's not to the person where he has to go find Monopoly money to print off and try to put his face on it to make him feel like he's the richest man in the world. Just saying.
Messiah? Boss? August. That's all I'm gonna say.
Now he knows how to work a calendar. I'm impressed.
Did you get the phone call from my lawyer?
Yeah, and I left him in a heap of puddles.
Well, that happens to him every time he tries to cash one of Dodger's checks.
Oh, this match will happen. Oh, man.
I left him in a heap of tears, yeah.
So I'll be expecting his call after this podcast. Okay. So what do we got going on, guys? What are we going to talk about? Let's talk about May 4th show.
I do want to give a shout out to somebody new that just popped into the chat.
Hello, somebody new.
One of the fastest rising up and coming new commentators for Inclusion Pro Wrestling, Mr. Dakota Haynes.
Dakota Sky? Dakota, I see him. Dakota Haynes, how's it going, sir? Welcome to the podcast. Up and coming ring announcer? Commentator. Ooh. Do tell. Maybe we should give him a little shot. You think?
Well, if you would have went to the last show, again, he had his shot at the last show. And did a fantastic job, by the way.
Bravo, sir. Bravo. Make sure you're here May 4th for that show. That is going to be a big money show. Definitely. Oh, umpiring a baseball. So he knows how to count to the...
Come on, you can say it.
That.
No, say it.
I can't. Nope.
You gotta count to 6.
I
See?
agree.
I'm reading. I learned how to read by Dakota. But Dakota, you better be there May 4th. You don't want to miss it. Trust me.
Oh,
Get
he'll
your
be
tickets.
there.
Unlike you, Mr. GM, Dakota will never miss a show because he's been at both of our shows as well. And, now since he's out here, of course, I have to go on record and say that of all my commentators...
Oh, God. Not really? We
Speaking of my
got
other,
Principal Tap. Are you going to have my back, or are you going to join these clowns up here?
I've always had your back, Dodge.
Thank you.
Well,
About time
let me
a
finish-
smart
let
man
me
comes
finish-
on here.
let me finish my compliment.
You don't deserve to.
I will say Mr. Haynes and Mr. Tap were the best two commentators that we had that show. I don't know what the hell was wrong with Mr. Messiah. He was thinking that he wanted to become a damn manager or something and really couldn't put a sentence together edgewise after he got that big standing ovation for the very first time. He sounded like paint drying the rest of the night. So kudos to Tap and Dakota for holding together a show that could have really went out of whack and haywire if the Messiah kept wah 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 boo boo.
First of all, heartburn.
Wow.
You should be thanking me for bringing you the biggest and the hottest new faction in Inclusion.
Big Money Exchange? No, I brought them, not you.
No, not the prize that you get in the Happy Meal box.
Oh my God, this guy's getting really on my nerves.
I'm talking about not only the hottest promotion in Inclusion, but possibly the hottest faction in the Pacific Northwest in Seattle's Most Wanted.
Blah, blah, blah,
And ladies and gentlemen, paint drying.
blah, blah. Wow, we actually agree on something, Heartbreaker? Wow.
You know, you keep calling me paint drying. What do you do all day when you're not working? Sit there and watch paint dry just so you can see what it looks like?
Hey, you know, at least I'm doing something. You know,
And he's wearing a shirt.
I'm not working on my nipple porn collection, you know.
Hey, when you got it, you got it.
You can find his OnlyFans page on Crippled Messiah.
Just look for the handicap symbol.
All right. Well,
Oh. Mr. Principal Tap. Every time I see a principal, I'm in trouble. So go ahead, ask questions to the GM, to the Crippled Messiah that loves OnlyFans page with the handicap placard, or the Heartbreaker.
Now,
Or-
to be honest, Dodge,
Uh-oh, is he going
The
to turn his
Messiah-
back on me?
the Messiah is I'm sending him to detention for not having a shirt on.
Thank you.
You
Thank
can't
you.
send me anywhere.
I
So-
know it's going to take a while.
so let's recap because I know we had a lot in a very short time this evening.
Let's recap.
Short time. We're not talking about Dodgers IQ. Got it. Moving on.
So please excuse me for just 1 second while I adjust.
What are we adjusting? I don't need to adjust anything. Everything's fine over here.
While we adjust the Messiah's microphone.
Oh. All right. What we got? Who we got in the
So
chat? 4
let's-
people. Wow.
Hey, big money.
so let's recap here.
What's up?
I'm
Mess-
on your side.
Messiah went and hired a rogue GM who thinks he's $1 million, but actually has had a yellow belly streak down his back the entire time and hasn't shown up to any of our 2 shows so far and won't be there in May. But, you know, he promises to be there in August. So we'll have to wait and find out. We announced Galactic Warfare as our main event for May 4th. It's a 5-on-5 elimination match. Think Survivor Series with a Star Wars theme. That's right, Galactic Warfare. Team Jedi versus Team Darkside.
I'm with the dark side.
We know this.
They got cookies.
I'm with the dark side.
See?
August 3rd is the
That's-
next show after May.
This one. This.
And then November 23rd or November 16th is our 1-year anniversary. And that is the College River Rumble 2, where the winner of that Rumble gets a title shot at the current Collis County champion. In August, we do have a couple of matches already set, but we will reveal those later. Except for the match that I had just made, it's a 2-on-2 6-man tag team tornado match between Seattle's Most Wanted. Help me with T's team's name.
Ultimate Rex crew.
There you go. Ultimate Rex crew and
The extinct crew.
and Big Money Exchange
Hmm.
Or-
Little money exchange.
for the Big Money Championship. And sir, the reason your attorney was crying, I forgot to tell you this. Even if the member of Big Money Exchange does not win, that title changes hands.
Oh boy. looks like I have to make a phone call.
And once again, Seattle's Most Wanted will dominate that match.
So, we've got merch starting the May 3rd show. That's right.
That's
Or May
4th.
4th. I'm sorry, May 4th show. So that's
This one.
our next show coming up. May 4th, Inclusion Pro Wrestling merchandise. That's right. You fans have asked for it. The Heartbreaker and myself have entered into a merchandising contract. That's right. Messiah, you're not the only one that can make big money moves. You know.
Hold on, though. Did you just talk to about yourself in the third person? Because you said the Heartbreaker and yourself.
Oh,
So,
sorry.
He got out. I love it.
Well, hey,
boy.
like I said, I'm on a roll and I'm still a little under the weather. So let's just roll with it. I meant Messiah.
Well,
But-
that's a big money move right there. Especially with merch that's gonna sell out real quick.
yes.
Just saying.
And we will, in the near future, probably not the May 4th show, but we will have hopefully one sample of a t-shirt and a hoodie that you guys can pre-order for the August show. But we
And if
will let you guys know for that for sure as we know more.
But I can run down the list of what will be available at the
You can't run.
And
May
just
4th
like I
show.
said, this is why I call him the egotistical one, because he always likes to have the last word.
No, I'm just asking. Do you want me to run down the list of what?
Somebody.
So I guess we will let the egotistical one finish this podcast as I revolt again.
Go ahead, sir.
We have car coasters. We have dog tags.
Blah 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 blah.
We
blah,
have
blah,
magnets.
Blah.
We have keychains. And we have koozies. And all those will be available at the May 4th show.
Oh, Dakota and his girlfriend and her family will be at the May 4th show. Oh,
Thank you again for reminding me, Dakota. Tickets on sale now for the May 4th show, Galactic Warfare.
may the
We
4th
have-
be with you.
We have three ticket locations now, 3 ticket outlets.
Wait, hold on.
We have American Tarp Rugged Made. We have Gunner's Auto Supply, and we have Uncaged Cycles.
Dude, I miss that wrestler. Gunner, he was good. He was good.
He
You
was
can also call the Inclusion phone number at 360-560-2219.
Call today.
For all your ticket needs.
Oh, sorry.
And the Messiah and I are expecting a sellout this time. I mean, we were
It
close last time.
will be a sellout. Will.
We
Like Will Smith, you know?
we were so close last time that we know we're giving the fans great action. We're giving the fans great matches.
Yes, sir. Yes,
They're
sir.
asking to come back. They're asking for merchandise. Hey, Messiah and I were here for you, the fans. I mean, because if it actually wasn't for you, the fans, there would be no Inclusion Pro Wrestling. Also,
Amen.
fans, enjoy our new logos because these are now the 2 new exclusive logos of Inclusion Pro Wrestling.
Up there.
So,
Up there.
sweatshirt, like I said, there should be at least one sweatshirt and one t-shirt available to look at for pre-sales at the May 4th show. So,
Get them while they last. Trust me. They will be going fast.
May the 4th, Inclusion Pro Wrestling's next show. August 3rd, Inclusion Pro Wrestling show after
This-
that.
This one.
November 23rd or November 16th is the Inclusion Pro Wrestling show after that and our 1 year anniversary. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We've had 2 shows. We've had 2 shows, and we're already 3 shows ahead. That
is unheard of.
That is making big money moves. That is showing Cowlitz County and Southwest Washington Inclusion Pro Wrestling is here to stay.
Damn right.
That
That's
is
right.
showing all of you people that said the Messiah is a disabled person in a wheelchair who couldn't run a wrestling company.
He's proving you wrong.
He's proving you
suckers.
wrong. He's got 1 year worth of shows in the bag.
Yeah.
1 year worth of shows in the bag. I'm sorry, I'm going on a little soapbox now. So,
Soap opera.
I'm proud, actually, of Messiah
Very, very proud.
for doing this and proving his doubters wrong.
Much respect.
You know,
You
so,
earned mine.
So, with that being said, doubters are going to doubt, haters are going to hate. You can hate on us. You can slam on us. You can throw our name.
Get it because it's wrestling. He can slap.
You can throw our names under the bus from now on. We aren't running from the haters. We aren't running from the bullies. We're gonna come out. We're gonna come out swinging. We have a great
Or rolling.
or in Nathan's case, rolling. But we have a great team behind us, great backers.
Yep.
You know, better and better shows coming, better and better talent coming.
It just began.
So basically all I'm saying is haters gonna hate. Go ahead and hate us. But
I hate pandas. Can I hate that?
Just know this. Inclusion Pro Wrestling is not going anywhere.
Nope.
And bigger and better things to come in the very near future. Merchandise, check. 2 more shows ahead of our May 4th show, after our May 4th show. Already in the books, check. You know, Messiah actually being
Messiah.
able to get out and roll himself to his ring, you know, starting May 4th.
Like that, huh?
You know, letting the fans actually see him instead of having to wait for somebody to push him. He can go out there and be actually active as an owner at his shows and shake the hands and kiss the babies.
Don't get bushy over there.
You know, this is a long time in the making. And this end hasn't been the heartbreaker. This has actually been Tony talking, obviously, because I broke character, but, you know, I don't really care. Inclusion Pro Wrestling is not going anywhere. Messiah, you built this company. You told your haters to take a flying leap, and you've rolled over them. So for this, my man, thank you for letting me be part of this adventure. I know you say you can't do this without me, but no, sir. I'm the lucky one. Because you could have told Becky no to having me as your advocate for you. But you hooked onto this ride almost 3 years ago, and we broke every single one of your goals together.
And more to come.
Every single one of your goals that you wanted to accomplish, we broke together.
And I would like to say I am beyond honored to be part of your dream as well, as the GM and as a helper. I'm beyond words. I'm blessed that you are living your dream as a disabled person. It's amazing what you've accomplished since you started Inclusion Pro Wrestling. And for that, sir, I applaud you.
Well, thank you. And, I've been playing my manager character, which, again, I have to thank everybody for letting me live out that dream, too. And that's going to be an amazing ride. But now it's time for me to get real for a minute.
Go for it.
I want to say thank you, first and foremost, to everybody that's on this string. I mean, as much as Tony and I go back and forth, on this podcast, and as much as he just said I can't do, I say I can't do this without him. I say that because it's the truth. There's a saying where it's like yin and yang thing, right? You need two sides to everything to make something work.
Amen.
Tony, you're the other side that I needed to make this work. So many times in my life, I've come up with ideas and people have said, well, that's a good idea, but let's not try that. Right? You have never told me that. You've told me that let's try this, but let's look at it this way. And I can never be more grateful for that, because you've helped me accomplish that by giving me that freedom. As far as the rolling part, I am excited to tell everybody on this podcast, because I don't think I've had a chance to mention it much yet, that not only have I gotten my electric wheelchair, which will be debuting for inclusion on May 4th, but I have since gotten a job here at the Frontier. And I want to do something that I don't do a lot, but I want to thank the staff of the Frontier for working so hard to get me that chair. Because that was a year's worth of paperwork going back and forth with the state. And it could have been easy for them just to say, you know what, you've got a manual chair, that's good enough. But nobody stopped there either. So you said earlier, and Pat, as much as I give you a hard time about having a mop head, you always make me laugh. You always give me encouragement.
Thank you.
So that
and you do the same with me, Nate.
So that I thank you. And I don't know if you're still on here, Dakota. So I think you are, because all 4 people are still on here. You were right in one of your other posts, and I'm sorry I didn't mention it on air, that we do work well together. And outside of the times that I'm managing, I look forward to growing that relationship on the commentary table to maybe being as good as JR and Michael Cole someday, or better. So.
Okay, so the end of this got a little bit sappy, but you know what? It's our podcast. We can do what we want. But in closing, anybody in Longview, Kelso, Cowlitz County, Columbia County, anywhere that is close to Longview, Washington, you guys want to see what the true meaning of inclusion is? The 3 of us, well, the 4 of us, I guess, on this podcast, although I know Big Money Dodge would like to attend, but I know that he can't. But the 3 of us, along with Big Money, would like to show you what inclusion really is. We challenge you, our fans, to come and actually enjoy a pancake breakfast on Saturday. This Saturday, that's right. I think it's the 16th, correct? Yes, 16th.
Yes.
From 8 to 11 at Faith Family Christian Center.
Is New Day going to be there throwing up?
And this is for the Longview Kelso Special Olympics. Yeah. If you guys want to see the real reason this promotion's called inclusion, come join us. Come join us and see why we started this promotion. It wasn't just for the 3 of us. It was for every single one of those Special Olympians. Every single athlete in all of Special Olympics around the world. This promotion is for you. So
Yep.
we challenge you. Please come join us the 16th from 8 to 11. Have some pancakes. Meet the Messiah. Meet Principal Tap. Meet myself. I'll be there. $10. You can even pay at the door. So please come and join us.
Support your local pancakes. That's what I say.
And good thing I hadn't closed yet, because our August 3rd show, that's right. We are all about community.
This number.
You know, we've given toys to tots. We've given to cancer. Our May 4th show is not going to be a charitable event. It's going to be a fun event, Star Wars themed, as we said before. August 3rd.
This many.
Again, please join us. We'll give you the location later.
You won't want to miss either show.
The show in August, proceeds will go to Longview Kelso Special Olympics. And if you guys did not know that yet, and anybody in Special Olympics that's watching this, please do not let anybody else know this yet, because this is a surprise. Because my boss is actually the reason this podcast is happening, the reason this promotion is happening, the reason that the three of us and Dakota and so much of our staff have came together because of Special Olympics. She's our coordinator, you know. And I would like to do, Nathan and I would like to do this for her, and Pat, you know. Inclusion would like to do this for her because she deserves it.
Yep. That woman works harder than anybody I've ever seen.
She maintains a full-time job running the company and is still full-time coordinator for Longview Coastal Special Olympics. So if there is not a woman that deserves a thank you, it is her.
Now she is big money talent.
So again, August 3rd, benefiting Longview Kelso Special Olympics. So the tickets are going to be a little bit more, but again,
it's definitely worth it.
It's going to be for a great cause.
There's one person I forgot to thank before you.
Oh, no problem. You're welcome.
And of course, there's Messiah having the last word, you egotistical bastard. Go ahead.
I would like to thank and promote CPW and Miss Yvonne Sieber,
Oh, yes.
who has a show March 30th at Club Hectic.
That makes me want to go to Club Hectic.
Tickets can be found on her Facebook page at Combat Pro Wrestling. And the link's there. Yvonne, if you see this podcast, thank you for all your support, your unwillingness to push us forward. The number of hours that you've sat on a video chat with me and talked about wrestling, and just made me laugh when I get, when we get stressed out about putting together these shows.
Yep. Welcome to wrestling.
So again, March 30th,
Yep.
Club Hectic, CPW.
Don't miss it. They put on amazing shows. Amazing shows.
They really do. So, with that being said, again, thank you, CPW. Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you, CPW Talent, for being part of inclusion as well. Thank you to the now infamous, non-anonymous, $1 million general manager who, sir, you better show up in August or you will be fined and suspended without pay.
Okay, Vince McMahon.
And
So-
any shows past that, the fine will be tripled.
I'm really starting to get annoyed by you.
All right. So with that being said, have a great night, everybody. And we will see you next Friday, I believe, when we have PJ Free from Seattle Most Wanted
Yes.
on our show.
Oh.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.